Hello and welcome to EFA, that is Engineering for All. Today we are going to start with the topic multiplexers and demultiplexers, which are a type of the combinational circuits. Okay, so first of all, what is the need of a multiplexer and a demultiplexer and what are its functions? So let us suppose that we are having a system which is in which a number of channels are coming which are carrying the data, right? So if we want to transmit the data from one point to the other point and the distance between the transmitter and the receiver is large, therefore what we have to do is we have to adjust all the data coming from different number of channels onto a single channel. This is done so as to avoid the multiple laying out of the cables from one point to the other point, and therefore the network between the transmitter and the receiver will not be complex if we use the multiplexers and demultiplexers. So the purpose of multiplexer is this is a type of a circuit which is used at the transmitter side and which is responsible for converting, or we can say adjusting, the number of signals coming from different channels onto a single channel. And on the receiver side we are having the demultiplexer, which is having the function exactly opposite of that of the multiplexer. So when we talk about the demultiplexer, it is a type of the circuit or a combination circuit which receives the information from a single line and it adjusts the information, or we can say it segregates the information onto different number of output lines, right? So this is the basic function of the multiplexer and the demultiplexer. And in short we can say this is a type of the these are type of the circuits which are responsible for um, minimizing the complexity of the circuit of the network. Okay, so let us start with the first one, that is what are the multiplexers. So when we talk about the multiplexer, it is a type of the circuit. You can see from this diagram, or we can see the block diagram, it is a type of a circuit which is having a number of input lines and there will be only single output line. So this is a basic definition of multiplexer, that this is a type of the circuit which accepts the signal from multiple number of input lines and adjust all those signals onto a single output line. Now how this adjustment is possible? This is possible with the help of another signals that is known as the selection line or the select lines, which are we can say another set of the bits which we give to the multiplexers, and according to the values of these selection or select lines, the information coming from the different number of input lines, they are adjusted onto the single output line. So we'll discuss this one by one, that how these select lines are working and how the inputs are coming. So when we talk about the multiplexers, they can be classified into various types. We can have 2 is to 1 multiplexer in which only one select line is there. After that we're having 4 is to 1 multiplexer, 8 is to 1 multiplexer, 16 is to 1. The number of select lines, it depends that what kind of multiplexer we are taking, that is how much is the number of the input lines coming into the multiplexer. The ratio over here you can see is, let's suppose you're having 2 is to 1. The first number, that is 2, it indicates the number of input lines, and 1, it indicates the number of output lines. Similarly, in 4 is to 1, number of input lines can be given by 4 and number of output lines are equal to 1. 8 is the number of input lines in the third case and 1 is the number of the output line in the fourth case, and so on for the next one also. So when we talk about the number of select lines, how can we take the number of the select lines? This only depends upon the number of the input lines. Now suppose if you are having 2 is to 1 multiplexer, so select line will be equal to 1. So how is it possible? Because when we talk about this 2 can be written as 2 power 1. So whatever is there in the power of 2, right, that will be the number of the select lines we have to use, right? So 2 power 1 is equal to 2. So 2 is the number of input lines, and 1 which is in the power, that is equal, that is the number of select lines. Okay, let us take another example of the second type of the multiplexer, that is 4 is to 1 multiplexer. Now in this you can see we're having 4 number of input lines, so 4 can be written as 2 power 2, right? So the 2 which is in the power, that is the number of the select lines, right? So we can say if we are having 4 number of input lines, for that we need to have 2 number of select lines. Similarly, if you are having 8 is to 1 multiplexer, in this case 8 can be written as 2 power 3. So 3 is in the power of 2, right? So 3 number of select lines are required. Similarly, for 16 is to 1 we need 4 number of select lines, and so on. For 32 we need 5, and so on. Okay, so In short, or in crux, we can say the multiplexer is a type of the circuit which is accepting the signals from number of input lines and adjusting all those signals onto the single output line according to the according to the values which we give at the select lines. Okay, so we'll discuss all these types one by one. So let us move on to the first one. Let us say that we are having the 2 is to 1 multiplexer. Now when we talk about the 2 is to 1 multiplexer, it means that we are having two number of input lines and one output line will be there, right? So in this diagram, this is the block diagram I have made, right? So you can see over here that these two are the number of input lines, that is I0 and I1, and Y is the output line. Okay, so how these input lines, or we can say the signal which is coming from these input lines, how those signals can be adjusted onto the Y, that is the output line. So that is done with the help of another input that is known as the select or the selection line, right? So what is the selection line? Now if we give this is actually the input in the form of the bits, right? So suppose you are having the only single output line, single select line. So this select line can have either zero value or one value in the form of bits, right? So if it is equal to zero, right, let us say if it is equal to zero, then the input which is coming at the first, that is I naught, right, I naught input, that input will go at the output Y, right? So if you are having the select equal to 1, then the input which is coming at I1, it will go at Y. So in this way you can say that this is a type of the we can say 2 is to 1 multiplex is a type of circuit which is accepting the signals from two input lines, and according to the value of the select, right, it is sending the information onto the output line, right? So if we looking at this description, if we have to make this truth table, how can we make it? Now you can see that we are having S as the select line and Y is our output line, right? So S is having either zero value or one value, right? So if it is equal to zero, if S is equal to zero, therefore Y will be equal to I naught, that is the information which is coming at the first input line, that is I naught, it is going at Y, right? So if S is equal to zero, therefore we will be having I naught at Y. So second part, if you are having S is equal to 1, so then whatever is coming at this I1, right, so this will go at Y, right? So if you are having S is equal to 1, then Y will be equal to I1, right? So if we have to make the circuit diagram, right, so how to make the circuit with the help of the logic gates, that depends upon the boolean expression that can be derived from this truth table, right? So what will be the boolean expression? That will be Y, that is the output. Y will be equal to I naught into S complement plus I1 into S. So how this boolean expression has come? You can see over here that when we are having the value I naught, right, so this is coming because S is equal to 0. So because S is equal to 0, therefore we have to take it as a complement, right? So S complement into I naught, right? So S complement into I naught, right, plus I1 into S. So I1 is coming from here and from here S is coming. There is no complement because S is equal to 1. Therefore I1 into S will be there, right? So therefore Y will be equal to this equation. So if we have to make the circuit diagram out of it, right, so how can we make it? You can see that we need we need one NOT gate, two AND gates, and one OR gate. Okay, so first of all, what we will do is we have to take the complement of S, right? So suppose you are giving S like this, right, and to one of the AND gates you are giving S complement and I naught, right? So I naught is coming from here, right, and S naught is coming from, sorry, S complement is coming from here, right? So at this point we'll be having I naught into S complement. Okay, so at the second part we'll be having second AND gate into which we are giving I1 and we are giving the S, right? So I1 into S will be coming at this point, and both these outputs, they will be ORed, right, through this OR gate, and ultimately we'll be having Y, that is Y is equal to I0 S complement plus I1 S, right? So this is the circuit diagram, right, with the help of the logic gates we can make for 2 is to 1 multiplexer. Okay, so moving on to the second one, let us say that we are having the 4 is to 1 multiplexer. Now in this case you can see that we are having 4 number of input lines, right, and one output line will be there, right. So how many number of select lines are required? That depends upon the number of input lines. So if we are having 4 number of input lines, therefore 4 will be equal to 2 power 2, right. So whatever is there in the power of 2, right, that will be the number of the select lines. So because we are having 2 in the power, therefore 2 number of select lines are required. Okay, so if you are having 2 number of select lines, then how many combinations of these select lines can be there? There will be equal to 4, right. So there will be 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 1 1. So whenever we are having 0 and 0, right, so at the output, that is why we will be having I naught, right. So if you are having 0 0 at this point, then I naught, which is the first input, that will come at y. Okay, so after that we are having, if you are having 0 1, then I1 will be coming. If you are having 1 0, then I2 will be coming. Then if you are having 1 1, then I3 is coming at the output. Okay, so again this is up to this, right, you can see it is similar to that of that we have discussed in the 2 is to 1 multiplexer. So if we have to guess the boolean expression out of it, right, so how can we do that? That is equal to y equal to s1 complement s naught complement into I naught, right. You can see over here s1 complement s naught complement into I naught, plus this one will be s1 complement s2 s naught into I1. Okay, after that we are having s1 s naught complement I2, then we are having s1 s naught and I3, right. So this is the boolean expression we can derive from this truth table. So after getting this Boolean expression, we have to make the circuit diagram, and that will be something like this, right. So you can see that we need the complement on S1 also and S0 also, right. After that we need at least 1 2 3 and 4 number of AND gates, and one we need the OR gate, right. So when you talk about this circuit diagram, you can see that this is the first, we can say, the AND gate, right, into which I naught is going, and along with this I naught we are also giving the S naught and S1, right, complements, as S naught complement and S1 complement going into this AND gate. So ultimately we will be having S1 complement, S naught complement and I naught, right. At this point we will be having S1 complement, S naught and I1. Sorry, at this point we will be having s1 complement s naught complement I naught. At this point we will be having s1 complement s naught complement I1. Here we will be having s1 s naught complement I2, and here we will be having s1 s naught I3, right. So all these outputs which we get from these AND gates, they will be passed through this OR gate, and ultimately we will be having the output, right. Okay, so in the similar fashion, right, like we have done for 2 is to 1 multiplexer and 4 is to 1 multiplexer, we can again draw the circuit diagram for the 8 is to 1 multiplexer also, and the 16 is to 1 multiplexer, and so on. Okay, so after that, let us move on to the next part. That is, what is a demultiplexer? So when we talk about the demultiplexer, this is a type of the combination circuit which is there at the receiver end. So at the receiver end, what happens is the information, the multiple information is coming through a single channel, right. And when it reaches at the demultiplexer, the information which is coming, right, that has to be segregated onto the different number of the output lines, right. So when we talk about the demultiplexer, right, so the types can be 1 is to 2 demultiplexer, or 1 is to 4, 1 is to 8, 1 is to 16. So when we talk about the 1 is to 2 demultiplexer, again we need one select line. For a 1 is to 4 we need 2 select lines. 1 is to 8 we need 3 select lines. Here we need 4 select lines. Now in this case we need the select lines according to the number of the output lines, right. So suppose if you are having 1 is to 4 demultiplexer, so 4 is the number of the output lines, so 4 can be written as 2 power 2. So whatever is there in power, right, that number of select lines are required. So this is the we can say the block diagram of a demultiplexer. In this case you can see one input line is there, right. So n number of select lines are there, and 2 power n number of the output lines are required, right. Okay, so one thing more, just want to inform that these multiplexers and demultiplexers, they can also be known as the MUX and DMUX, right. So short forms are MUX for multiplexer and DMUX for demultiplexer. Okay, let us move on to the first part, that is 1 is to 2 demultiplexer. Now in this case you can see that one number of input line is there through which all the information is coming, and the information which is coming from that input line, that has to be segregated or distributed onto two number of the output lines. So if you are having two number of output lines, therefore 2 power 1 will be equal to 2. So in the power we are having only 1, right? So one number of select line is required. So this is the block diagram for 1 is to 2 demultiplexer, where we are having one input line, two output lines, and one select line. So how can we make the truth table, right, out of this? We can say the block diagram, right? So there are two ways to make the truth table, right? So first method is, first of all we can write s and I naught, sorry, s and I as our the inputs, and o1 and o naught, right? You can take any letters over here for on these inputs and outputs, right? So I'm taking o1 for first output and o2 for the second output. Now let us say that we're having s1 s and I, right, as the input. So we can be having four combinations, either we can be having 0 0 0 1 1 0 or 1 1, right? So whenever we are having the value of s is equal to 0, let us suppose, right, if we are having the value of s is equal to 0, so whatever is coming at I, that will go on I1, sorry, O1, right? If we are having the value of s is equal to 0, so whatever is coming at I, that will go at O1. If we are having the value of s is equal to 1, whatever is coming at I, that will go at O2, right? So in the first two cases you can see that we are having s is equal to 0, right? It means whatever is coming at I, that has to go at O1, right? So you can see for the first case we are having I is equal to 0, therefore O1 will be equal to 0. If you are having I is equal to 1, then O1 is equal to 1. Okay, after that we are having s is equal to 1 and 1 for the next two conditions, right? So again I can be, if I is equal to 0, right, then O2 will be 0, and if I is equal to 1, then O2 will be equal to 1, right? So first of all we need to fill these two conditions, right? So we are left with these two conditions and these two conditions, so they will be equal to 0 by default. Okay, so this is one of the methods for making the truth table. The second method can be, this is a shorter method. Now in this case you can see that we are having only the select line at the input side, and we are having O1 and O2 at the output side, right? So we can see that we are having two values of s, either it can be equal to 0 or it can be equal to 1, right? So whenever we are having the s is equal to 0, the input which is coming, it will go at O1, right? So at O1, right, we will be putting I, that is whatever is the value of whatever is the value coming at the input. Okay, so if we are having s is equal to 1, right, so in that case we will be putting I in place of O2, right? So rest two positions will be equal to 0 in both the cases, right? So this is another method of drawing the truth table. Okay, so when we have to make the when we have to guess the Boolean expression, right, so what we have to do is we can say that O1 will be having the information in that case when we are having the s equal to 0, that is s complement is there, right? So in that case I into s complement will be equal to O1. Okay, and when we are having the O2, then O2 will be equal to I into s, right? So whenever we are having s is equal to 1, right, so in that condition we will be having the information at O2, right? So this O2 will be equal to I into s. Okay, so if we have to draw the circuit diagram, how can we make it? You can see that we need two outputs, right, that is O1 and O2. You can see over here we are having O1 and O2 in the first output, right? So we are having I as the input, right? So you can see this I is going right inside the AND gate, and secondly we need an s complement. So s is the select line, right? So first of all we have to take the NOT gate, right, and through which we will be having s complement, and that s complement is going into the AND gate. So ultimately we will be having s complement into I, right, at the AND gate, and O1 will be received. Okay, so in the second case we will be having O2 is equal to I into s, right? So you can see s is coming from here and I is coming from here, so at O2 we will be having I into s, right? So this is the circuit diagram for the 1:2 demultiplexer. Okay, so moving on to the next one, let us say that we are having 1 is to 4 demultiplexer, right? So in 1 is to 4 demultiplexer, right, again we need to see that what is the number of the output lines. So that is equal to 4. So 4 can be written as 2 power 2. So 2 will be the number of the select lines. Okay, so I is the input lines, right? I is a single line and that is carrying the input, right? So, and we are having y0, y1, y2 and y3. These are the output lines, let us say, right? So and we are, because we are having 4 number of the output lines, therefore we will be having 2 number of the select lines. So if we have to make the truth table out of it, so how can we make it? So suppose now we are having the S1 and S0 as our select lines. So S1 and S0, right, they will be taken over here, and here we will be taking the outputs, right? So we are having y3, y2, y1 and y0, right? So whenever we are having 0 and 0 at S1 and S0, right, so information will go at y0. If you're having 0 1, the information will go at y1. If you're having 1 0, right, so information will be going at y2. And if you're having 1 1, then the information will be going at y3. Okay, so how can we draw the boolean expression out of it? So for the first one, that is y0, so y0 is having the information at this point, right? So this is possible only if you're having s1 complement and s0 complement. So you can see we're having s1 complement, s0 complement into I. Okay, so y1 is possible, right? So only when we are having s1 complement and s0, right? So we'll be having y1 is equal to s1 complement into s0 multiplied by I. Okay, so similarly we can draw for y2 and y3. So y2 will be equal to s1 s0 complement into I, and y3 is equal to s1 s0 into I. Okay, so if we have to make the circuit diagram, you can see that we are having 4 number of the outputs, y3, y2, y0, y1, y2 and y3. Okay, so in y0 we have to give both the complements, that is s1 complement, s0 complement, right? So first of all we will be having I as the input line and s1 and s0 as the select lines. So we have to take the complements also, right? So at this point we will be giving s1 complement, s0 complement and I. At this point we will be giving s1 complement, s0 into I. Here we will be giving s1 s0 complement into I, and here we will be giving s1 s0 into I. So ultimately we will be having this circuit. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video, and if you find it informative, then please share this video with your friends so that they can be benefited. And in the next video we'll discuss that how the higher order multiplexers and demultiplexers can be made with the help of the lower order multiplexers and demultiplexers. Thank you so much.